Hi, everyone. My name is Anna, and welcome to today's message and day 3, Embodying Healing from our 5 days to a healthier you in restoration and healing. Today's message is from Isaiah 40:29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. This verse is a powerful reminder that God is telling us to lean on Him when we're weak and tired, and that He'll give us strength. Because we are human and we're limited. But He's going to increase our power to endure and overcome because we have a very powerful and compassionate God who is with us always. What a comforting reassurance to know that we're not alone when we struggle. Now, I don't know about you, but there have been plenty of times in my life when I felt alone or hopeless or defeated in life. But once God opened my eyes to the obvious, I realized I never was alone. And I found hope and encouragement that I could continue my journey. But during that time, I had a few lessons to learn about healing. You see, I'd been living a life that was overwhelming. It was stressful and exhausting. I worked full time. I ran a business along with my parents. We had decided to sell, so I spent many of my Saturdays packing. I had one day off a week, and that was Sunday, which usually consisted of catching church on TV, cleaning my house, and doing necessary weekly chores like grocery shopping. I was sick during that time. I was on chemo. My hair was falling out, and my body was tired. And I felt like I was finally getting a handle on things, though. And then, right in the middle of it all, I found myself in a failed relationship, and boy, was I a big mess. I was emotionally, physically, and psychologically just drowning in grief. And the world wasn't giving me even one break, and I was giving way more than I was capable of. And not too long after that relationship ended, things began to settle down a little bit. And after several months, I decided to try dating again. And as many of you already know, that ended as well because I failed to recognize that that guy wasn't ready for any relationship. And he's a runner. And I finally decided then to be single and choose healing. And after months of grief and recovery, I'm happy to say that I'm doing very well. So, why do I tell you this story again? Well, first, because not everyone has been following me from the beginning. And second, because I had to learn some lessons. And I learned a valuable lesson in all that. I learned that God is fully aware of our struggles and our limitations. And I believe He purposely put me at that crossroad. I felt weak and helpless. And He said, "Girl, I am now and always have been here. So you get to choose. You continue to rely on your own understanding or choose to heal and choose God." I remember hearing, "Will you choose to lay your burdens at my feet and give it to God, or repeat this dumb circle you've been doing? The circle of family responsibility, keeping up with your daily life, working and sleeping only 4 hours and drinking way too much coffee. Is that what you're going to do?" And it came with a little warning. If you think you're tired now, well, make the wrong decision again, you stubborn child. Watch me make it worse. Watch me repeat until you learn. Well, I'm happy to say that that time I made the right choice. I learned that this verse, along with many others, are not meant lightly. They're meant to get us back on track. It's not just about the physical strength and emotional and spiritual fortitude that we have to have. I thought I was smart and I could handle my own problems, but I was humbled pretty quickly. And I was taught that I'm weak and without the power of a mighty God, well, I'm not very capable. And when my faith kicked in and God said, "Lean on me," and I did. I gave in. And here I am telling y'all about it. How God promised to be my strength, and He did it, just as He said He would. And how I felt weak, and He made me strong. And when I felt imperfect, He made me perfect in my weakness. When my struggles were defining who I was, He revealed my true power and my divine journey, which is now apparent since you're hearing me today delivering this message of hope. Now I had to learn that trusting God in my weakest moments gave me the strength I needed times 10. And I had to learn that in my worst place in life and in my struggle, God didn't forget me, but lifted me up. I had to learn that vulnerability is strength. And when I created space for God to operate in my life, well, He gave me life in another way. And I learned that I will never carry my burden alone. I learned that I simply needed to ask for His help. That was it. I just had to ask, and He brought me straight to victory. So today I'm here to tell you to embody all that God offers to you. Don't be stubborn like me and take the long, arduous journey, but choose to give it to God and walk away and grow. Allow Him to heal you from the inside out. Let Him show you how to live a happier, joyful, grateful, and forgiving life. Because in the end, the most powerful forces on earth are God's love for us and salvation. And the most important commandment is love. God hands it all out for free to anyone who asks. Love is now and always has been the answer. Choose today to be transformed through the healing power of God. And if you don't do anything else in your life, just choose God. If this resonated with you, comment love and I'll direct message you the link to our Facebook page and website. Please like and share this post. Thank you for your donations to my divine mission and for helping me to keep my messages alive. I'll see you next time.